Ogun State, renewal of appointment. Professor Samuel E. Egu, Kogi State, renewal of appointment. Onyeka Pauline Ugochi, Imo State, new appointment. Professor Muhammad Lawal Bashar, Sokoto State, new appointment. Professor Ayobami Salami, Oyo State, new appointment. Ambassador Zango Abdul Samadu Abdu, MNI, Katsina State, new appointment. Mrs. Queen Elizabeth Agu, Ebonyi State, new appointment. Dr. Agundu Oliver Tasu, Benue State, new appointment. Yomere Gabriel Orisem Lebi, Delta State, new appointment. Professor Yahya Makarfi Ibrahim, Kaduna State, new appointment. Dr. Nura Ali, Kano State, new appointment. Agu Sylvia Uchenna, Enugu State, new appointment. Ahmed Yusha Ugariki, FCT, new appointment. Barrister Hudu Yunusa, MNI, Bauchi State, new appointment. Professor Uzochukwu Ikemefuna Chijioke, Anambra State, new appointment. And last but not the least, Mohammed B. Nura, Yobe State, new appointment. The Senate is invited to know that 5 resident electoral commissioners, as presented in the table above, are for renewal of appointments for a second and final term of 5 years, while 14 resident electoral commissioners are for fresh appointments for an initial term of 5 years. The curriculum vitae of the new nominees are attached herewith. While hoping that this submission will receive the usual expeditious consideration of the Senate, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my consideration and personal regards. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari.
3 persons for appointment as non-executive directors of the Board of the Central Bank of Nigeria: Mike Obadan, South-South, Justicia Nabuko, South-East, and Adiola Adetunji, South-West, while Suleiman Afibo is for confirmation as commissioner to represent South-East in the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria.
Confirmation of appointment. In accordance with Section 10, Subsection 3A of the Central Bank of Nigeria Establishment Act 2007, I have the pleasure to present the following nominees for confirmation by the Senate for appointment as non-executive directors of the Board of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Professor Mike Idiahi Obadan, South-South Zone. Professor Justicia Odinaka Chukwu Nnabuko, Southeast. Professor Umu Ahmed Jalingo, Northeast. Mr. Adiola Adetunji, Southwest. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari. Dear distinguished Senate President, appointment of Commissioner representing the Southeast Zone at the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria. In accordance with the provision of Section 3, Subsection 2 of the Hajj Commission Act, Cap 321, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, I write to forward for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of Dr. Suleiman Akha Afikpo as Commissioner representing Southeast Zone at the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria. Find attach a copy of his curriculum vitae. While looking forward for the usual expeditious Consideration of the Senate. Please accept the single Senate President the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari.
Senate confirmed Mohammed Bello as chairman of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission.
Of the report of the Committee on National Planning and Economic Affairs on the screening of Mohammed Bello for appointment as chairman of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Mr. President, distinguished senators will recall that the report of the committee was laid on Wednesday, 28th July 2022. Mr. President, you may wish to invite Senator Adetunbi Olubimi Ayodeji, chairman of the committee, to move the motion for the consideration of the report.
Rise to present the report of the Senate Committee on National Planning and Economic Affairs on the confirmation of Mohammed Bello Shehu as Chairman, Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Mr. President, if with your permission, I'd like to go ahead.
For the nomination of Mohammed Bello for appointment as Chairman, Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Chairman, go ahead and present the report.
The Senate, in its plenary, considered the request of Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic for the confirmation of Mohammed Bello Shehu for appointment as Chairman of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, and referred same to the Committee for further legislative action. Mr. President, Section 3 of this report tells the methodology and the actions taken by the committee, and the screening was accordingly done. In Section 4.1, Item 1, our findings states that from the available documents and presentation made to the committee, the nominee satisfies the requirement for appointment as chairman of RAMFAC. The nominee is very well experienced and adequately exposed at the top levels of government administration and has acquired capacity to function as chairman of the commission. There were no petitions against the nominee as at the time of hearing, and no objections raised from the senators from the state of origin for his nomination. The nominee is proper and fit to occupy the office of the chairman of this commission, and accordingly recommends that based on these findings, the committee is convinced of the suitability of the nominee and hereby recommend that the Senate do confirm the nomination of Mohammed Bello Shehu as the chairman of Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. In conclusion, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, on behalf of the committee, I wish to most sincerely thank you for the opportunity to serve in this regard. Thank you, Mr. President.
I move that Senate resolve into the Committee of Whole to consider this report. I so move.
Direct to second the motion that we resolve into Committee of the Whole to consider this report as well second.
Mohammed Bello for appointment as Chairman of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. That the Senate reverse to plenary for the chair to report progress, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The Senate in the Committee of the Whole consider the report of the Committee on National Planning and Economic Affairs on the screening of Mr. President's nominee for appointment as the Chairman, Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, and approve the nomination of Mohammed Bello Shehu as the Chairman, Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Is this a true reflection of what transpired in the Committee of the Whole? Thank you. Confirmation. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Mohammed Bello for appointment as Chairman of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The nomination of Mohammed Bello is hereby confirmed as Chairman of the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. Congratulations to him.
Three bills passed second reading. The Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission Amendment, sponsored by Senator Sadiq Umar. The Patents and Design Act repeal and reenactment by Senator Ibikunle Amosun. And the National Poverty Alleviation Management Commission Establishment Bill by Senator Kabir Barkia.
I rise to lead the debate on the Hydroelectric Power Producing Area Development Commission, HYPADEC Act 2010 Amendment B 2022 SB 742. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, permit me to lead this debate on a very important bill which seeks to amend the Hydroelectric Power Producing Area Development Commission Establishment Act 2010. The bill was read for the first time in this hallowed chamber on Tuesday, 8 June 2021. The Hydroelectric Power Producing Area Development Commission Establishment Act 2010 was established as a fund under Section 14(1) of the Act to enable HYPADEC fund and perform its statutory responsibilities. Section 14(2)(a) to D of the Act specify 4 different sources for the maintenance of the fund. Of particular relevance to the subject matter of this amendment is 14(2)(a) of the Act. Section 14(2)(a) of the HYPADEC Act goes thus: there shall be paid and credited of the total revenue generated by any company or authority from the operation of any hydroelectric dams in any member state of the Commission. It is clear from the above provisions that the responsibility for the payment to the HYPADEC fund is on any company or authority operating in any of the hydroelectric dams understood to be the GENCOs, and that the rate payable is 30% of the total revenue generated. The above provision was amended in 2013 by Section 3 of the HYPADEC Amendment, for paragraph A, a new paragraph 8. 10% of the total federal government's revenue derived from concessioning of the hydro plants and royalties paid to the federal government. The above 2013 Amendment Act introduced 2 major changes to the Principal Act of 2010. The first is that the rate of payment to the fund was reduced from 30% to 10%. The second is that 10% as well as the royalty paid thereon. In other words, the burden of payment to the HYPADEC fund, which was previously on the gen rate of 10%. It follows from the foregoing, therefore, that new Section 14(2)(a) of the 2013 Amendment Act, which provides for 10% rate payable by the federal government, has cancelled and replaced the old Section 14(2)(a) of the Principal Act, which provided for 30% payable by the GENCOs. The ultimate effect is that Section 3 of 2013 Amendment Act has effectively repealed Section 14(2)(a) of the Principal HYPADEC Act. However, in 2018, a further amendment was made in relation to this provision via Section 3 of the HYPADEC Establishment Act, Amendment Act 2018. This section also provides that Section 14(2) in line 1, the figures 10. The above provisions of Section 3 of 2018 Amendment Act imprecise, misdirected, vague, and ultimately ineffectual. Below are my reasons. A. The specific object and target of the amendment is paragraph A of subsection 14(2) of the Act. However, the wording of the provision appears to suggest that the entirety of subsection 14(2) of the Act was object of the amendment. In this regard, distinguished colleagues, it is instructive to know that subsection 14(2) is merely an opening general provision which introduces the different sources for the maintenance of HYPADEC fund under paragraphs A to D. It states, and I quote, 2. There shall be paid and credited to the fund established pursuant to subsection 1 of this section Thus, apart from paragraph A, there are paragraphs B, dealing with 50% of money due to member states of hyperdeck from the ecological funds. C, dealing with money raised for the purpose of functions of the hyperdeck by way of gifts, loans, grants in aid, testamentary disposition, or otherwise. And D, dealing with direction and critical error that Section 3 of 2018 Amendment Act reference a general subsection, Section 14.2, when a specific paragraph A was obviously intended and object of the amendment. B, another critical misdirection under Section 3 of the 2018 Amendment Act is the imprecise and wrong reference to figures 30 in line 1 of Section 14.2 of the Hyperdeck Act. This is a major error because there is no figure 30 in line 1 of subsection 14.2 of the Act. Figure 30 was only in line 1 of the paragraph A of subsection 14.2 of the Principal Act of 2010, which has been repealed. C, most important, the target and object of the 2018 Amendment Act ought to be the changes introduced in 2013 Amendment Act and not the repealed provision in the Principal Act of 2010, which has ceased to exist. The 2013 Amendment has effect of repealing 14.2A of 2010 Act. Thus, consequent upon the repeal of 14.2A of the 2010 Act by 2013 Amendment Act, the only figure to be substituted under 14.2A of the Act is figure 10 and not 30. I repeat, figure 10 and not 30. Following from the above, I am inclined to observe that the amendment of 2018 fell short of the change it introduced under Section 3 of 2013 Amendment Act during its attempt to further amend 14.2A of the Act in 2018. The implication of this inadvertence is that Section 3 of the Hyperdeck Establishment Act, Amendment Act 2018 is vague and ineffectual as it purports to amend a non-existing law, that is, a repealed paragraph of a subsection. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, this bill seeks to address and cure the inadvertence of Section 3 of the 2018 Amendment, which had hindered the optimal operation of commissions since then. In conclusion, the amendment being proposed here simply, straightforward, and to all intent and purposes must beneficial to development the hydroelectric power producing areas. It therefore requires your immediate attention, and I have no hesitation in praying that give it the expeditious attention it deserves. Thank you for listening and thank you for the opportunity.
This amendment is not introducing anything new, but serves to correct a legal anomaly in the original act, which, if left in its ambiguous state, will lead to misapplication when it comes to the actual application of the original act. So, Mr. President, there is nothing new.
It's the network service of the NTA. Large and outside broadcast crew for live broadcast. Please stay tuned.
We are very grateful to you and we want to thank you specially for all the projects you have been executing and completing in Port Harcourt City Local Government. Since Monday, we have been touring Port Harcourt City Local Government for commissioning of projects. Today we are here to flag off another one. Your Excellency, your first tenure in office. We know that this project that we are flagging off today will also improve on the beauty of this area. It is also going to raise the value of houses and properties around this area and also create jobs for our youth, which will impact positively on their economy. Your Excellency, we want to say thank you. Here is a better way, make out.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to thrill us with their dance steps, May I invite the Mpolu Oroworoko women, Rumobekwe women, Mbunduku women, and Rumuwoji women. Please let's put our hands together as they make their way to the arena. Thank you.
Project, which is a road expansion project to Adwa carriage by the state government. Of course, the essence of this expansion
I'm actually a passionate baker. I don't rest until everything is done. When I entered university, anytime I'm broke, I'll make cupcakes and go and sell to the other students.
axis of the flyover project will be eased off through the Azikiwe Ilabuchi road embarked upon by the state government. We welcome you to stay tuned to this program as we relay live to your living rooms and the offices the day's event. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, I'm Kingsley Amajiri. Welcome to Port Harcourt.
Your Excellencies, together for them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for them as they make their way out, and I invite the Fomono members of Mpolu Oroworoko.
America, Cabo Flash originators members of Mpolu Oroworoko, members in Rosella. Yori Shakala Jamaica, Tantantara, 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 Chinda Wolu, Umfona Meji, Akatapo, Ororo, Competing Papa Newo, Tansa, Imene, what a creatum, Hijinaka, Potokido, 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 Yahweh. Until we get our weather, I'm not going to If now we get tired, we can away, we can even now we give a sayaka. We get away, we get away. Even now we give a sayaka. We get away, now we look away.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together? The honorable members of Kolu Orokun.
We get away, now we look away.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Of the NTA. Bakersworth, celebrating creativity. Don't miss it.
We gonna come on the paper. We gonna come on. We get a banana pound. We gonna banana.
Responsibly for a better Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency.
Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite for the project description the Honorable
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Preview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International.
Area, the median will be 1.5 meter width. It's going to have two side drains with cross-sectional width of 1 meter each.
Information is power. Everyone wants power. To feel powerful with the NTA News mobile app, the one-stop information center, real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the You Report link, and be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app, your access to real-time information.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
Information is power. Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with the NTA News mobile app, the one-stop information center. Real news at your fingertip. Be the first to report by uploading first-hand information on the U-Report link, and be the first to know by simply clicking on any of the links on the sidebar for headlines, domestic and foreign news, economy, security, politics, sports, and more. Stream live on your smartphone and tablets and stay connected. It's pretty easy. Simply download NTA News app from your Google Play Store and you're good to go. NTA News mobile app, your access to real-time information.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch NTA International live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet and phone. Log on visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTAI. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International, your window to the world.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Preview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
Naira and Kobo. The Nigerian currency comes in notes and coins to complement each other, to promote payment convenience and discourage rounding up prices. According to a 2022 Independent online article, coins are usually issued across world economies to ensure a balance in the currency structure and units of accounts and ease transactions. Figures are often rounded up to the nearest whole, discarding the details of lower denominations and kobos. Opt for sweets, candy, while in other cases, dealings in coins are not available or acceptable.
Wait till this. Hold on first. Wait till it's my job money now. No, madam. You can't do it now.
Why do you use that now?
But you see, you need to come to 10 naira now. But the money I get. So if I come to this now, it's alright. Yes, now.
Many Nigerians view the handling of coins as demeaning and meant to be given as alms rather than kept for personal use. These attitudes lead to increased preference for higher denominations and crowding out of lower denominations of notes and coins. Some people are said to go to extremes like visiting a goldsmith, where these legal tenders are turned into jewelry pieces. In 2007, the Central Bank of Nigeria redesigned the coin series 50 kobo, 1 naira, and introduced 2 naira coins along with lower denominations of the banknotes, that is the 5 naira, the 10 naira, 20 naira, and 50 naira. It included reducing the weight and size of the previous coin types and addressing the problem of rounding up prices. The existence of these structural imbalances justifies higher denomination notes, which as of 2020, CBN hinted that a sum of 58.6 billion naira was used to print 2.52 billion naira notes. The speed of circulation of these notes was very high and consequently gets dirty or faded quickly, which resulted in a high replacement rate, unlike the coins that can stay in circulation for as long as 30 or 50 years. Moreover, coins can easily withstand abuses like poor handling, folding, tearing, writing, stapling, and even spraying at social locations, which the Naira notes are subject to. Now, will the availability of coins not facilitate transactions and reduce the tendency to approximate prices of goods and services to the nearest currency notes? Will the unavailability of coins not betray the level of accountability? Is the absence of coins not a factor in the rising inflation in Nigeria?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch NTA International live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTA. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International, your window to the world.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Freeview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
Voting is the most precious right of every citizen, and we have a moral obligation to ensure the integrity of the voting process.
The voter is at the center of everything involving election and electoral process. The voter is the final person that decides who wins. The role of commission is to organize election. But elections generally depends on the decision of the voter on election day to cast his ballot to the person or party of his choice.
It is a law in the democratic system of government in Nigeria to elect representatives after every 4 years. So there is a need for voters to exercise some rights.
You can only...
What do you want me to do again? What do you want me to do again? So, for me, politics is all about accountability to the people. And look at the company we are using. We are not using all local companies. We are using Jonas Berger, which is the most reputable construction company. After Nigeria is the economy of this place will improve. Their property will increase. So, all we are saying, our own campaign have always been Operation Show Your Report card. Not so. We were showing our report card. Anybody who can show me your report card. So I'm happy. What makes me happy is when I see our people are happy. Right? On Friday, the Speaker of House of Reps will come to commission assembly quarters. Go and see assembly quarters. It can compete with anywhere in this world. Go and see assembly quarters. I made a promise. I made a promise to our people that I was going to bring law school here. And I promised the Council of Legal Education, give me this approval. I will build law school within 1 year. Go there now. Go there and see the law school. It's ready. So we are not one of those politicians that will come and make promises and begin to give you excuses. Our own will promise and will fulfill. Because you have done for us. All apart. Politics is not to come and give excuses. Politics is about talking and doing. So I thank all of you. You have come out here since morning. Even though the weather trying to be funny, but the weather, hold on, we are here. You know? So I thank all of you for the way you are giving us support. When the woman who was singing, she said, how many people are there outside now? Are they there? Are they there again? No right thinking person now for this state would want to mingle himself or herself, identify himself or herself with such people that will make promise without fulfilling any promise. So when they come, ask them, he can imina. So unfortunate, some people do not understand. People think that politics is all about coming to talk to the people without fulfilling. The another time they come, well, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Give me another chance. There's nothing like another chance. There's nothing like another chance. So, anywhere you go as an important person, who you have made the state to be proud. And you can tell Nigerians that you are happy to come from Rivers State. This is the only state. Now that we are living off the next 8-9 months, we are living. Yet we are still flagging off a project and commissioning a project. I thank all of you. On this note, I invite our special guest of honor, one of our leading members, respected leaders of this party, to come and talk to you and flag off the donation of Azikiwe Ilabuchi to the election.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Excellency, Mr. Speaker, members of the National Assembly, leaders of our party using the zonal chairman, if there not be as a point of contact. I also want to salute everybody that is part of this very glorious occasion, including the traditional dancers. I salute all of you. Your Excellency, it is a pleasure for me to be here again, to be part of yet another celebration, a part of what is fast turning to Governor Izon Wike's unending commissioning and flag off of impactful projects. As I said, when I was here in December last year to commission the Rumola flyover, you have proved worthy of the sobriquet Mr. Project. May the Almighty God continue to strengthen your hands. Your Excellency, you have doubtlessly changed the physical landscape of this beautiful state. Beyond the self-evident physical transformation, you have stood as a bulwark against those who sworn to emasculating the main opposition party, all in their bid to force a one-party state down the throats of Nigerians. Your Excellency, if you will leave your phone alone for 1 minute. You were at one point virtually a one-man countervailing force defending and protecting your dear party, the PDP. You have also, through bold legal challenges, deepened the national consciousness on the defect in the running of a defective federal system. You have said it, and I'm sure you will remain committed to the struggle to entrench a true federal system that will engender real development across all ethnic nationalities and across all religious persuasions in this country. All well-meaning Nigerians therefore know that we badly need to unite as a nation to be able to effectively confront our security and economic challenges. Your Excellency, our party, the PDP, a party for which you have labored so much, seems saddled with the historical duty of forging this unity. A unity premised on truth, equality, and justice. A unity upon which rescue Nigeria from the far from satisfactory performance of the 7 years of the APC will be built. It is a mission that must be accomplished, a mission for which you are specially positioned and favored to play a major role, a mission that must be subscribed to by all lovers of this country. You have doubtlessly done well for PDP. And I can assure you that the preponderance of leadership and membership know your worth. I pray that the party will do all it has to do to meet the challenges threatening its cohesion and move on to post a successful outing in the next election. You have also evidently done well for Rivers State, and her people from all parts have demonstrated their love in return for you. Yes, Mr. Governor, some may genuinely not like you. Just remember that great leaders always elicit extremes of passion. Some will surely envy you. Always remember that success is a magnet for envy. Some do not dislike you. They just don't endorse your style. Well, being iconoclastic is one of the major toolkits of leaders who are dissatisfied with the status quo. Whatever anybody says, whatever anybody thinks, I am convinced, again, I repeat, a preponderance of PDP leadership and members hold you in high esteem. The pauperized masses of our great nation look up to you to continue to be part of the national rescue process. And I'm sure you will not let them down. As you coast home to the end of your tenure, I urge you not to relent in doing good, not to be weary of fighting the right battles, and never give up on the destiny of our nation, the manifest destiny as a leader of nations. I congratulate you on doing your very best, and I congratulate the good people of Rivers State who have stood solidly behind you these past 7 years. Mr. Governor, you are surely not a perfect man. You have your own limitations. No human being is perfect. But you have a fundamental understanding of what it's all about, what matters most, and that is service to the people, to be accountable to the people. These are the reasons why your supporters, friends and associates in Rivers State, in the South, indeed across the length and breadth of this country and beyond, are today eagerly waiting to read your lips vis-a-vis the 2023 election. Your Excellency, when will be successors are shy of pronouncing a continuity agenda as a campaign mantra, it amounts to obvious indictment of their predecessor. I am sure your successor will surely be proud to announce loud and clear a continuity campaign slogan, continuity of impactful projects, continuity of passionate leadership, continuity of courageous leadership, and continuity of forthright outlook. I wish him, your successor, I wish him well. And I have no doubt in my mind that the flag offs and commissioning must continue in this state. It is my pleasure, therefore, Your Excellency, to flag off this project without any doubt in my mind that your government will deliver it for the and to the glory of God Almighty. Thank you. God bless you.
Marma, yele marma, chikwayala chichi. Asano babuno sauna na marma.
the major event, and that is the flag off of this important project for people living here and those doing business as well. And that is the flag off and dualization of Azikiwe Elabuchi Road. So the job of Dr. Olusegun Mimiko is now at hand. And now you will see one who will man that machine, and of course to cut the tape heralding the start of this major project. This project for people of Diobu and other people who will come in from everywhere will indeed serve the purpose of easy commercialization, and of course people who are landlords here will enjoy this particular, and that's former governor of Ondo State right there in the machine. He's going to move it heralding the start of work on Azikiwe Road and also the dualization of Elabuchi Road. That will be a dual project indeed. The governor has said it's going to be for 6 months. They will deliver the job in 6 months. He also promised that 80% being paid, which means they can do it in less than 6 months. So we look forward these twin projects, perhaps the way we see it, might be commissioned about the same time. So we're looking forward to something very spectacular in the future when these projects will be commissioned. In the meantime, well, we're happy to have seen this project being flagged off by former governor of Ondo State, and speaking of Olusegun Mimiko.
The national anthem.
Thank you for staying tuned to Africa's largest TV network, NTA, in the course of the flag off of the dualization of Azikiwe Elabuchi Road project in Port Harcourt. At this point, we'll be rejoining our network studios for the continuation of other scheduled programs. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, I'm Kingsley Amajiri. Good afternoon.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Preview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
Naira and Kobo. The Nigerian currency comes in notes and coins to complement each other, to promote payment convenience and discourage rounding up prices. According to a 2022 Independent online article, Coins are usually issued across world economies to ensure a balance in the currency structure and units of accounts and ease transactions. However, while preparing budgets for daily expenses and other financial transactions, figures are often rounded up to the nearest whole, discarding the details of lower denominations and kobos. After the point of payment, after a shopping transaction, many customers would opt for sweets, candies, or biscuits rather than accept lower denominations as change. While in other cases, dealings in coins are not available or acceptable.
Wetin be dis? Come on first. Wetin be? Is my job money now? Wetin go take am? No, madam. You can't do it now. Madam, please.
No. Wetin go take am do?
Madam, you can't go back
Why
now.
dey use am now?
Madam, you see, you go to 10 naira now.
You dey use 10 naira. For where? Who go collect dis thing?
Madam, they dey use am. Madam, don't friend. Madam, the money I get. So if I come to this house, you are right to go to Yes, now.
Many Nigerians view the handling of coins as demeaning and meant to be given as alms rather than kept for personal use. These attitudes lead to increased preference for higher denominations and crowding out of lower denominations of notes and coins. Some people are said to go to extremes like visiting a goldsmith, where these legal tenders are turned into jewelry pieces. In 2007, the Central Bank of Nigeria redesigned the coin series 50 kobo, 1 naira, and introduced 2 naira coins along with lower denominations of the banknotes, that is the 5 naira, the 10 naira, 20 naira, and 50 naira. It included reducing the weight and size of the previous coin types and addressing the problem of rounding up prices. The existence of these structural imbalances justifies higher denomination notes, which as of 2020, CBN hinted that a sum of 58.6 billion naira was used to print 2.52 billion naira notes. The speed of circulation of these notes was very high and consequently gets dirty or faded quickly, which resulted in a high replacement rate, unlike the coins that can stay in circulation for as long as 30 or 50 years. Moreover, coins can easily withstand abuses like poor handling, folding, tearing, writing, stapling, and even spraying at social occasions, which the Naira notes are subject to. Now, will the availability of coins not facilitate transactions and reduce the tendency to approximate prices of goods and services to the nearest currency notes? Will the unavailability of coins not betray the level of accountability? Is the absence of coins not a factor in the rising inflation in Nigeria?
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can watch NTA International live on your TV, computer, iPad, tablet and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTAI. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International, your window to the world.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
I am not presenting a fashion show here, but I simply would like to say that we must accept to live the African way. It's been the only way to live in freedom and in dignity.
Je vous remercie, Monsieur le Président. La patrie ou la mort, nous vaincrons.
Visionary, selflessness, love for our people and fatherland. These attributes of a true leader are difficult to find at this time. Africa and indeed Nigeria have been at thresholds of history. The quality of leadership at these times has often determined the narratives of such historical moments. The big question, therefore, has always been, who is a true leader?
A proper leader should be a Nigerian that is truly Nigerian. A Nigerian that will not only lead Nigeria, somebody who can also lead Africa. Because Nigeria and the Community of Nations is not an ordinary country. Most of the African countries look towards Nigeria for leadership.
The noble efforts of patriots in pre-independent Nigeria have been well documented. They represented the finest of Nigeria's history and reference point for character development.
We must ensure that in an independent Nigeria, individual citizens throughout the land enjoy liberty, human dignity, and equality under the law. There must be one Nigeria with one constitution and one law for all. Let us therefore, Mr. Chairman, sir, close our ears to the counsel of despair, which says that we cannot here at this conference agree on a constitution.
Nigerians always see their leader as if it's just Nigerian leader. They don't know how we are seen outside. And if we are able to get the right person who understands the situation, understands Nigerians, who is not greedy, somebody who is ready to sacrifice. Because for a country that have so much resources like Nigeria, Nigeria is not a poor country, but we have so many poor people.
Prime Minister Balewa is making an official visit to America at the invitation of the President of the United States, John F. Kennedy.
And we respect the people of the United States for their love of freedom. The spirit of freedom which was kindled in the hearts of the founders of your great nation and has impelled you to great feats in moments of national emergency, as well as in your daily activities. That same spirit has shown itself in Africa, and we are determined that the flame of freedom once alight shall not go out again in our continent.
Nigeria's reputation around the world has largely been determined by the quality of its leadership and the character of its citizens.
Leadership is about sacrifices, and leadership is about taking responsibilities. And we have a lot that we need a leader to take on. So we need that leader that will have that capacity to exhibit these qualities.
For 25 years of my life, I fought for the freedom of Nigeria. Nigeria will attain independence on October 1, 1960. So it makes no difference to me whether it's Sardauna or Balewa or Chief Awolowo or myself will become the first Prime Minister. So long as Nigeria is free, I'll be satisfied.
The utmost love for country and its people, the understanding that country comes first before any other interest, are what stand a true leader out from the pack.
A leader you can trust, a leader that will be able to provide all those dividends that Nigerians are looking forward to.
In the words of Joseph Gilbert Orland, a time like these demands strong minds, great hearts, true faith, and ready hands. Men whom the lust of office does not kill. Men whom the spoils of office cannot buy. Men who possesses opinions and a will. Men who have honor. Men who will not lie. Men who can stand before a demagogue and damn his treacherous flatteries without winking.
Did you get to see the way tell him about the post this? Don't forget to send in your messages.
There's a difference between picking, child, and is largely cool.
بأيديكم إلى التهلكة. That is the and do more with less people.
If we have a better way of addressing these issues, taking care of.
Congratulations, you were able to sign Timo Werner from RB Leipzig.
You take water before your workout.
People have used that for little TikTok to do that.
You can be prepared for that.
A lot of people don't even have resources.
I'm Cecil, and this is the Medley Show on NTA.
With cultural and media influence throughout the entire continent. But it's facing a conservation crisis. Its wildlife and national issues. Working with government agencies